Hey guys, what's going on? Here we go. Another entry into the long range recon patrol team. We're getting there, bud. We're getting there. Thank you all for hanging in there with me. Welcome to Tony's Figs. I'm Tony. I'm gonna show you what I did for my Lonzo Wilkinson, also known as Stalker, Vietnam LRRP version. Here we go. Easy peasy, man. Now this one, the aesthetic looks so smooth to me. Not just, patting, patting myself on the back. It just, he looks so clean. Oh, there's a little scuff there on his skin. I gotta fix that. As I say, look, he's so clean. But anyway, that's from the stock of the gun. A little dusty. Yeah, dude. Here's what I used for Stalker. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. After this is all done, man. Appreciate the help. Here we go. Yeah, dude. Here's Stalker. Used his own beret. Got a new head sculpt. Nothing's wrong with that new head sculpt from Hasbro. It's fine. But for me, even in my current display, I have him right there now because I don't have two Carl Mordo Marvel Legends heads, which seems to be the best bet for me to go. He looks... he's just got sticky tack in there. And this is back when I was just dremeling the shit out of everything. So, but it works. It stays on for me. It looks fine. It might not be, very accurate skin tone, but, sweat, excitement, getting flushed, all that stuff, your skin changes. So it's fine for me. So anyways, like I was saying, I digress. Here we go. His own beret. I think I painted it yellow because in some of the comics it just looked like it had a yellow badge, but I didn't get too nitpicky and too detailed with it. It's a Marvel Legends Carl Mordo head from the MCU, and I just painted a stash on him for Stalker. The overlay or the web gear is once again from, I think it's Tiger Force Outback because he is so cheap at Ross. Luckily, that worked out really good on all these guys. The torso and shoulders belong to Lieutenant Falcon. I just took all the camo off with some good old Winsor Newton. That kind, that's the correct kind you need. Brush cleaner and restorer. Go out and look for this stuff, man. And if you guys want to customize and take paint off, it does it without messing up the plastic underneath. Takes care of it. That's the restorer in it. They're discontinuing this for a more water-based solution, I guess. But and that sucks. And we let them know. Some guys have been in contact with me saying they talked to Winsor Newton themselves, and that's what they're doing. So, but there's other things out there you can use. We just need to find them. Digress again. Okay, back to this guy. Lieutenant Falcon torso, Lieutenant Falcon's shoulders. Very easy to take Breaker's arms or any one of the earlier classified guys with, I'll call it the 3/4 sleeves, where they're not rolled up all the way to the bicep. They're just rolled to the elbows. I mean, I roll my sleeves up sometimes both ways, this way or that way, or just leave the cuff up sometimes. So he looked really good like that. And when you do that, you don't, when you do it this way with Breakers or Dukes or Flints or whoever has these kind of arms, I think maybe Breaker has them too. These kind of arms and not all the way rolled up. To find, the African-American male, you don't have to paint the joint, the elbow joint. All you would have to paint is his skin. And like I said, here's a paint chip right there from where the gun was rubbing on. So I need to fix that up. So yeah, but other than that scuff, his forearms turned out pretty nice. That's all you have to paint, and they don't rub on anything because there's no joint involved. So these are, I think, yeah, these are straight up Breaker arms, painted to look like Lonzo's skin. And I left him, I could have gave him hands, but I don't think, I think I liked the glove better because I think these are other more Stalker hands from Classified Stalker, because he's got fingerless gloves and that worked. That works pretty good. I liked it. And then these are just I think these are Grunt from the waist to the I think it's Grunt all the way down from the waist to the boot. And the boot, I think I just painted them brown because I seen them somewhere they were brown. I'm pretty sure they might be brown on their own, or they might be all brown, and I just painted what's supposed to be, yeah, I painted what's supposed to be black on his boots. I might go back and paint the Jungle Paratrooper boots green, but they look pretty cool brown. Not in any rush to do that, but the aesthetic on this guy, to me, it just looks really good to me with the button up. You know, get away from the t-shirt look that Tommy and Raymond had, and I think Dickie had a button up. I think Snake Eyes had a button up, and now Stalker has one, and that's it, man. Easy, simple kit bash. The arms, the breaker arms go on Lieutenant Falcon's shoulders easy. You might see a little different color differentiation, You might see a little different in the color, you know, where this is a more richer green, this is a more drabber green, but it don't matter. These guys are in Vietnam and they're sweating, so there are going to be discolorations in their uniforms from arm to shoulder to armpit to crotch to knee to whatever. Not going to stay one single solid green color all the time. That's my excuse, right? And yeah, man, and these guys didn't wear. I want to give it to them so bad, but they never had thigh holsters or thigh pouches or any shit like that. If they had a 1911, it was on their belt. If they had another canteen, it was on their belt. If they had any other pouches or gear, they wear them on their web gear, on their web belt. Maybe once in a while they had a holster come down here and they tied it off cowboy style down here, but that's it. You know, you've got to realize that in Vietnam they didn't have all that stuff that they use now. You know, maybe a very little bit, and some of them didn't even carry pistols. So, but if you're a long-range recon patrol, you can pretty much bet that all of them did have pistols. They either kept them in their pack or they kept them on their belt. That's Stalker. Let's go to Lonzo. So, for the pack, I just used the regular, for now, I just used a regular, I think it's a Recondo pack, maybe? I like the bedroll up here. It's realistic. You could have this in Nam. You could have this in the jungle. You know, so that fits on him. It fits on him perfect because it goes through Outback's web gear into Lieutenant Falcon's hole in his back, and that's fine. I do want to get another gridiron Alice pack for him. I did have one right here, but I mean, it just have his machete and his comms radio, but it does. I don't have anything to put in there because Raymond has the radio. When Raymond gets killed, I think that's when Lonzo picks up the radio. So he does that, and then I got from Gridiron the Mike 1.6, the Starlight scope, when there's Mike 1.6. That's a Starlight scope. Intensifies night. It's this night vision in there. I think it's they call it Starlight scope. I don't know if it's moonlight or starlight. It just gets all the ambient light from the night in there, or I'm not sure about the mechanism, but that's what it's called, Starlight scope. And he had mounted it on his M16, got on the Jungle Tape magazines, and from Gridiron, I think this is one they did where they added a sling. And when you go get the original, when you go get the Ranger, the Stalker, I call it, it's just a Stalker loadout, he comes with the radio that Raymond should have had. So then I just put this over here and let that sucker hang. Hangs in front of him real nice. You see him walking like that. When you see him having it like this, and you see him having the radio, he's kneeling down, talking on the radio. He did have a suppressor. I just need to get it to where it fits better. It's right here, because after a period of time it'll start drooping down. So I'm going to stick some sticky stuff in there, so when you put it over the barrel it'll hold and it won't droop or go any kind of weird crooked way. See right there, it doesn't look so bad. If I can look through the viewfinder, yeah, it looks pretty cool. So anyways, that's it for Stalker. Let me tell you some history about him, as I always do. Let's get into it. And at the end of all this, I'll read you a certain letter. So, Stalker originally joined the Army as he was seeking a chance to escape from the streets of Detroit. With the Vietnam War raging, he didn't want to worry his mother, so with the help of a cousin stationed in Germany, he pretended to be working there and had his mail rerouted. Others in his Recon patrol team would help him make up stories for his letters home. He served with both Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow, and their experience made him the best of friends. The others in the six-man team were Wade, Dickey, and Raymond. Wade Collins, Dickey Saperstein, and Raymond Escobedo. Saperstein and Escobedo were killed in action, and the others believed Collins had also perished. After their tour, only Stalker stayed in the military. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow went on a long sabbatical training in the ninja arts, because Snake Eyes, he took Storm Shadow at his word and accepted his invitation to go train with him and his family in Japan. Trained as a ninja. Years later, Stalker with Hawk would be responsible for selecting members that would comprise the original Joe team. He was in effect serving as second in command to Hawk until Duke came on board. He suggested Snake Eyes for the team, and the two went in the high Sierras, him and Hawk, and they found him and convinced him to join. A little history on Stalker. Pretty cool. Larry Hama and the writers, and whatever writers, man, they're freaking awesome. Love them. Very rich history. Thanks, man. Thanks you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Catch me on the next one. It'll probably be either all we got is Wade Collins now. So Wade's up next, and then we'll close the book on the Long Range Recon Patrol. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe, so you're alerted to any other videos I do after these. And thank you so much, man. Take it easy.